నమస్తే వెల్కమ్ టు టీ సార్ వర్డ్ స్ట్రెస్ సెంటెన్స్ స్ట్రెస్ ఇంటోనేషన్ గురించి నేర్చుకుందాం. మరి ఈ విషయాల గురించి మీకు తెలియజేయడానికి మనతో ఉన్నారు రామభద్రాచార్యులు గారు, సబ్జెక్ట్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్. వారిని పరిచయం చేసుకొని డీటెయిల్స్ లోకి వెళ్దాం. నమస్తే అండి.
నమస్తే.
సో రామభద్రాచార్యులు గారు, వాట్ ఈస్ వర్డ్ స్ట్రెస్?
ఓకే, వర్డ్ స్ట్రెస్. Before we move on to word stress, we should know that every word contains one or more syllables. Okay? Whether the word contains one syllable or more syllables, only one syllable is accented or stressed. That means, if there are two or more syllables, then only one syllable which is considered as important is uttered with greater force. That syllable is said to be accented or stressed. The accented or stressed syllable is the syllable that gets prominence. Okay? That is word stress. So, where the syllables are more than one, only one syllable gains stress. That means, one syllable is considered to be important, and that syllable which is considered as important is uttered with greater force. Okay? Let us see some examples for that purpose. See, the prominence is due to the following four factors. See, look there. One is loudness, second one length, the length of utterance, then pitch change. We shall discuss what that pitch is and what that pitch change, and the quality of the vowel sound. So, all these factors influence the syllable that is stressed. Okay? Now, we will move on to next thing. The word accent is marked with a vertical bar above and in front of the syllable which is accented. Look, the word teacher, teacher. There are two syllables, T-cher. In these two syllables, the first syllable is uttered with a greater force. That means, the first syllable gains stress. Teacher. The sounds p, t, k, when they occur word initially stressed position, they get aspirated. They are not just a p, t, k. They are uttered as p, t, k. As such, it is teacher, not teacher. Teacher. Some people may wrongly utter as teacher. Even in our English medium schools, I have observed several children uttering this way, teacher, 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 teacher. It is not teacher. At least the teachers should correct them. Teacher. That is, the stress is on the first syllable, not on the second syllable. In the case of the following words, the first syllable is stressed. For instance, father. For the two syllables are there. The initial syllable fa, that is stressed. Father. Open, O-P-E-N, open. No, open, open. Camera, no, camera. It is not camera, it is camera. The initial syllable, camera, camera. Three syllables are there. The initial syllable gains stress. That is, it is uttered with greater force. Camera. Because it is k sound occurring at the word initial stressed position, it is aspirated like k, camera. Second syllable is stressed in the case of the following words. See, look at those words, bout, potato, relation, perhaps, perceive, examine. Bout, about, about. Two syllables are there. but the initial syllable is very weak, about. So, because it is not stressed, it becomes weak, and the syllable which is uttered with a greater force is said to be stressed or accented. So, the second syllable bow, above, about. Likewise, potato, potato, no, potato, second syllable is stressed. Relation, second syllable gains stress. Perhaps, not perhaps. Yesterday we have dealt with, the other day, perhaps, no, perhaps. Why? R sound, when it is followed by a consonant sound, it is not pronounced. Here R is followed by H, so it is a consonant sound, therefore R is not uttered. So, perhaps, second syllable gains stress. Receive, second syllable gains stress. Examine, examine, examine. There are three syllables in the word. The second syllable gains stress. Ig is the first syllable. Min. Three syllables are there. The second syllable gains stress. So, in the case of some certain words, first syllable may gain stress. In the case of some certain words, second syllable may gain stress. Now, look at these things. Single syllable words, when pronounced in isolation, they are stressed. They gain stress, like boy, girl, bench, book, and so on. In the case of words which contain more than one syllable, disyllabic or trisyllabic, that means words containing two syllables or three syllables, only one syllable is stressed. Let us see some examples. But in the case of polysyllabic words, that means polysyllabic means words containing more than three syllables, 4 or 5 or 6 syllables. In such case, more prominence is said to be received by one syllable. It is said to be the gaining primary accent. One more syllable also gains less importance, and that is said to receive secondary accent. For instance, the primary accent is marked below, before and above the syllable, and the secondary accent is marked before but below the accented syllable. See, look there, the examples. For instance, examination, examination. So, which syllable is gaining primary stress? Nation. Exam, exam. The second syllable gains secondary stress. Secondary stress is gained by second syllable here. It is not the same case in each and every case. It is not the same thing. Say, second one, example, international, international, national, 1, 2, 3. Third syllable gains primary stress. So, it is marked before and above. International, international. So, the initial syllable also gains stress, but it is not that much stress which the third syllable nation, gets. So, it is said to receive secondary accent. So, this secondary accent or secondary stress, primary stress, secondary stress, these two we can find only in the case of polysyllabic words. That means words containing more than 3 syllables. Independence, impossible, impossible, possibility, 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 that is gaining primary stress. po, that gains secondary stress. So, in the case of words which contain more than 3 syllables, we find 2 syllables gaining importance. The first one, which gains more importance, is uttered with greater force, and one more syllable also gains stress, but not that much stress. That is why it is uttered with a little bit less force. Remaining syllables are not at all uttered with force. So, they are unaccented syllables. The vowels in those unaccented syllables will be totally weak. Now, look at these examples. In English, word stress is free and fixed. The other day we have learnt the past tense marker ed is pronounced in 3 ways: t, d, and id. Now, fixed. Fix is the word which ends with the voiceless sound s other than t. Therefore, the past tense marker ed is pronounced as t, fixed. In English, word stress is free and fixed. How? Free in the sense that it is not associated with a particular syllable of a word. For instance, examine, examine, examinee, photograph, photographer. See, the primary accent changes. In the word examine, the second syllable gains stress. In the word examinee, examine, fourth syllable gains stress. Examine, fourth syllable ni gains stress. So, here it is free. It is not limited to only either first or second syllable. No. In some certain cases, it may be the first syllable, certain cases it is second syllable gaining stress, and in some certain cases third, and in the cases like examinee, fourth syllable. So, in English, we can now find that word stress is free. It can be, it is not limited to a particular syllable. It can be any syllable. And how do we know which syllable gains stress in these words, in English words? In the case of English words, we have to master it by referring to a pronouncing dictionary or advanced learners dictionary where the pronunciation is available. English pronouncing dictionaries are separately available. Only pronunciation will be there. English pronouncing dictionary. And in advanced learners dictionaries, along with other information, even pronunciation also is available in phonetic symbols. So, if you are aware of the phonetic symbols and if you can read the phonetic symbols and thereby the phonetic transcription, you can very easily notice the very pronunciation as well as accentuation of any English word. Okay. Now, we have discussed and noted that in English word stress is free. How is it fixed? Yes, word stress is fixed in English in the case of each individual word. In the case of each and every individual word, it occurs only in the same way wherever the word is used, whether it is in class 1 book or class 10th book or in any other English book, wherever English is available. Okay? The words are stressed on the same syllable. For instance, recommend, recommend, mend, recommend. The third syllable gains stress. Success, success. Two syllables are there, second syllable gains stress. Teacher, first syllable gains stress. So, in the word teacher, it is first syllable, although there are two syllables. In the case of the word success, there are two syllables, not the first syllable that gains stress. Second syllable gains stress, success. In the case of recommend, recommend, not recommend. It is not recommend or recommend, no, it is recommend, recommend, recommend. The second syllable, no, recommend. Therefore, it is third syllable that gains stress. Okay. Therefore, what do we understand now? English, in English, word stress is fixed in the case of individual words. Wherever the individual words occur, they ought to be stressed the same way. But they are not, they are also free. The word stress in English is free. That means it is not limited to one particular syllable. In the case of different words, it is different. In the case of different words, word stress is on different syllables. Therefore, word stress in English is free as well as fixed. Okay? This is the matter relating to word stress in English. Now, we move on to sentence stress in English. Before we move to sentence stress, one more important thing is there with regard to word stress. See, look at those words whose spelling is same thing, but pronunciation is different. When they are used as nouns or adjectives, the first syllables in the words are stressed. But when they are used as verbs, the second syllables are stressed. For instance, conduct, 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 verb, conduct, that is verb, conduct is noun. Perfect, this adjective, it is perfect, that is adjective. Perfect, it is verb. Record, record, it is noun. Record, that is verb. When we say record, the second syllable gains stress. When we say record as noun, the first syllable gains stress. Present, present, the initial syllable, first syllable gains stress when it is used as noun. Present, that is verb. We record the proceedings in a record. We maintain a record, and in that record we record things. Now, I think you have noticed the difference. Record, that is verb. Record, it is a book-like thing, record, record. Similarly, conduct, conduct, conduct. The conduct of examinations, the conduct of examinations is done on perfect lines. They are conducted on perfect lines. Okay? Likewise, conduct is noun, conduct is verb. When it is used as verb, the same word, stress changes to second syllable. When the same word is used as noun with the same spelling, the first syllable gains stress. You can find several such words, not only these four which you are looking at. Okay? Now, let us move on to sentence stress. Sentence stress or sentence accent. Just as in the case of polysyllabic words, what is the case with polysyllabic words? In a polysyllabic word which has some 5 or 6 syllables, 4 or 5 or 6 syllables, 2 syllables gain stress. One syllable gains more importance and that syllable is said to receive primary accent. Another syllable gains little bit less importance, and that syllable is said to gain secondary stress, and the remaining syllables are unstressed. They are not stressed at all. The same way, even in sentences also, not all words are stressed alike. Not all words gain stress in sentences. Only the content words like nouns, adjectives, main verbs, adverbs, and interrogative pronouns like what, when, where, which, these things gain stress in sentences. Then what do not gain stress in sentences? They are called form words. They are not stressed in sentences. What are they? They are pronouns, modals, articles, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Pronouns, I, we, you, he, she, it, like that. Modals, can, will, may, might, shall, these are all modals. Articles, a and the, these are the articles. Prepositions, in, on, about, under, these are all prepositions. Conjunctions, and, or, because, so, these are all conjunctions. And interjections, oh, like that. So, all such words are considered to be less important in sentences. That is why they are not stressed. But if in the view of the speaker, if any of these unimportant words also are to be given importance, then they may be gaining stress. But in normal conditions, the form words do not gain stress. Only the content words gain stress. What are the content words? What are the content words? Nouns, adjectives, main verbs, adverbs, like that. Interrogative pronouns, these are the content words. Only these words gain stress. Now that we have discussed which words gain stress and which words do not gain stress in sentences, let us see some examples. See these sentences. Meet me at 10. That's a sentence. Meet me at 10. What are the words that gain stress? Meet, that's verb, at 10. Okay? Meet me at 10. Me and at are not stressed. Second sentence. Take the dog for a walk in the park. Take the dog for a walk in the park. Take, verb, dog, noun, walk, again verb, but here a walk, for a walk. Here walk is a noun. In the park, okay? Park is again a noun. So, in the case of nouns, verbs and adjectives, adverbs, they are stressed in sentences. Next sentence, I lost my bunch of keys. I lost my bunch of keys. My and of are not stressed. Even I lost my bunch of keys. No, that's not the way of either reading or speaking, uttering the sentence. Okay? I lost my bunch of keys. I lost my bunch of keys. So, the unstressed words are contracted. Why do they get contraction? We will discuss just a while later. When did you come? When did you come? When did you come? When and come. These two words only are stressed in that particular sentence. When did you come? Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. అన్నప్పుడు ఆ థ్యాంక్ అన్న పదం మాత్రమే స్ట్రెస్కు లోనవుతుంది. Opportunity. In the case of the word opportunity, opportu. So it is third syllable. In the word opportunity, third syllable gains stress. Therefore, in the sentence, thank you for the opportunity, thank, that particular word, the first syllable, it is only it contains only one syllable, thank. So, monosyllabic word, it gains stress automatically. And in the case of opportunity, individually the word, wherever it occurs, the third syllable gains stress. Therefore, here also in the sentence, thank you for the opportunity. We have to say like that only. Thank you for the opportunity. No. Thank you for the opportunity. No. Thank you for opportunity. No. Because wherever the word opportunity occurs, only the third syllable gains stress. Now move on to the next sentence. I'm afraid. I'm afraid I can't help you. I'm afraid I can't help you. I'm afraid I can't help you. Can't, it is model. Can't help you. So, the inability is being expressed in that sentence. So, even can't also gains stress here. Or otherwise, in normal case, the models do not gain stress. But here in this sentence, the model verb, that is the helping verb, can't, gains stress in order to convey the negative meaning. I'm afraid I can't help you. So, these sentences are set normally without special emphasis on any word. What is it? No special emphasis is there on any word, but in normal situations, what happens is, in a sentence there may be 5, 4 or 5 or 6 words, 3 to any number of words. So, in such case, in the case of each sentence, the last stressed syllable is considered to be normally more important than any other stressed syllable. So, it is said to be tonic syllable. Say, look, other aspects of accent in connected speech. The choice of the syllable receiving primary accent, or, see, look here, meet me at 10. That means the last syllable is shown with a vertical mark. That means it is the tonic syllable. Of all the stressed syllables, this is considered to be the more important one. That is called the tonic syllable. In normal case, last stressed syllable is considered to be the more important one. Take the dog for a walk in the park. Take the dog for a walk in the park. So, there you are ending the sentence with a more importantly stressed syllable. I lost my bunch of keys. I lost my bunch of keys. Thank you for the opportunity. So, the last stressed syllable is considered to be the tonic or more importantly stressed syllable. I'm afraid I can't help you. Last stressed syllable is mentioned. See, look there with a slant mark. That slant mark signifies that it is the particular syllable which is a tonic syllable. Tonic syllable in normal conditions would be the last stressed syllable, but if the importance is to be given to any other word in the sentence, that can be made a tonic syllable. For instance, look at this sentence. It all depends mainly on the meaning of the speaker, which the speaker wants to convey. Look, I want you to do it. That means importance is given to doing. I want you to do it. I want you to do it, not anybody else. I want you to do it. I want you to do it, not anybody else. I mostly want you to do it. So, the stressed syllable that comes after the tonic syllable in each sentence, you can look there, is marked before but below the stressed syllable. Only the tonic syllable is marked with a slant mark, and the stressed syllables before that are normally marked with a vertical mark before and above the stressed syllable. But the syllables after the tonic syllable, they are marked as less important. That is why they are marked below and before and below the stressed syllable. See, look there, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. In the case of second sentence, you is the tonic syllable, and before that there is a stressed syllable want. It is marked vertically. But after the tonic syllable you, there is another stressed syllable do. I want you to do it. So, do also a stressed syllable, but it comes after the tonic syllable. Therefore, it is very, very less important. That is why the stress mark is given below and before the stressed syllable. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. I ఇంకెవడో కాదు చెప్తుంది, ఎవడో కాదు అది కోరుతున్నది, నేను ఐ వాంట్ యూ టు డూ ఇట్, నేను చెప్తున్నాను నువ్వే చేయాలా పని. అలాంటి సందర్భాలలో దేనికైతే ఎక్కువ ప్రాధాన్యత ఇవ్వాలనో దట్ stressed syllable is in sentence is known as a tonic syllable. Okay. Now, let us move on to another important thing with regard to this sentence stress. In English, actually English is said to be a rhythmic language. That means English utterances, okay, in the case of English utterances, all weak and unstressed syllables get contracted and only stressed syllables gain importance, irrespective of the number of unstressed syllables between consecutively stressed syllables. The time interval should be the same. That means you have to maintain same time between the consecutively stressed syllables. Ante వరుస క్రమంలో ఉన్నటువంటి stressed syllables. For instance, there is an example. My friend has arranged for my return trip. My friend, their friend is noun, arranged is the verb. My return trip, return there, what trip? Onward, forward, return. So, it is an adjective. Return trip. So, how many stresses words are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, last syllable may be considered in normal case as a tonic syllable. Now, look, between friend and arrange, those are the two consecutively stressed syllables. Between these two consecutively stressed syllables, there are two unstressed stressed syllables. What are they? As arranged lo unnatuvanti first syllable. So unstressed syllables in that between those two first consecutively stressed syllables, there are two unstressed syllables. And next two consecutively syllables, ranged, return, ranged, return. Between these two syllables, stressed syllables, there are three unstressed syllables. They are for, my, re, three unstressed syllables. And between the last two consecutively stressed syllables, there is no unstressed syllable. That means between the first two consecutively stressed syllables, there are two unstressed syllables. And the next, between the next two consecutively stressed syllables, there are three unstressed syllables. Between the last two stressed syllables, there is no unstressed syllable, but the time taken should be the same. Between, irrespective of the number of unstressed syllables between consecutively stressed syllables, అంటే అర్థమైందా? మధ్యలో ఎన్ని అన్స్ట్రెస్డ్ సిలబుల్స్ ఉన్నా స్ట్రెస్డ్ సిలబుల్స్ మధ్య ప్రక్కన ఉన్నటువంటి కాన్సిక్యూటివ్లీ స్ట్రెస్డ్ అంటే ప్రక్కన ఉన్నటువంటి స్ట్రెస్డ్ సిలబుల్స్ మధ్య మనం మెయింటైన్ చేయవలసిన టైం ఒకటే ఉండాలి. ఒకే టైం ఇంటర్వల్ మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి. అలా చేసినప్పుడు ఎలా పలుకుతాము? మై ఫ్రెండ్ హెస్ అరేంజ్డ్ మై రిటర్న్ ట్రిప్. మై ఫ్రెండ్ హెస్ అరేంజ్డ్ ఫర్ మై రిటర్న్ ట్రిప్. చూచారా ఈ తూగు? మై ఫ్రెండ్ హెస్ అరేంజ్డ్ ఫర్ మై రిటర్న్ ట్రిప్. The time taken between the consecutively stressed syllables is just the same, irrespective of the number of unstressed syllables between the consecutively stressed syllables. అలా సేమ్ టైం మెయింటైన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక విధమైనటువంటి రిథమ్ అకర్స్. రిథమ్స్, ఆ రిథమ్ అనేటువంటిది ఇంగ్లీష్ భాష యొక్క ఒక ప్రత్యేక లక్షణం. If we fail to maintain that rhythm, our English does not sound English. So if our English should sound English, we have to go with correct pronunciation with regard to the sounds, and with regard to the words, we have to go with correct word stress and sentence stress, and at the same time we have to maintain rhythm. In the case of sentence stress, this is very, very important thing. So, hereafter you are going to be teachers who will teach little children. And if you give a right model, not model, right model, if you give a right model, they will grasp the same thing and they pick up right things in right way from you, the teachers. If you give a bad model, what happens? You know pretty well. I need not tell you. The same thing will be picked up by the children, and they go with wrong things. So that's why at all a teacher is considered to be a continuous learner. There is no stoppage for our learning. Every teacher should be a continuous learner. Not only a teacher, every human being for that matter, till the last breath, is a learner. Okay? And teachers also are considered to be the perfect learners. Unless teacher continues learning on perfect lines, they cannot go with their teaching on ideal lines. Now let's move on to another important aspect of spoken English, that is intonation. What is it? Let's see. And before that, there is something which is very important one. I told you already, the unstressed words which are form words, they get contracted. See, the contract forms of some certain words is given. Am becomes just m, will becomes l, would becomes d, of becomes just v, and becomes just n. You might have noticed on some of the signboards on the roads, pick and carry, pick and carry. On the board it is mentioned, pick and carry. That means pick and carry. What is that n? N refers to and. Okay? His becomes is, not becomes nt, not becomes nt. So that way, all these unimportant words which are not stressed, which don't gain stress normal conditions, they become contracted. Why this contraction is necessary? In order to maintain rhythm. My friend has, what did he do? My friend has arranged for my return trip. My friend, that sentence, my friend has arranged for my return trip. In order to maintain that rhythm, that has become, this is, my friend is arranged for my return, for my return. My suggests my birth. So that way, contraction of unimportant words take place. Now, let's move on to intonation. The rate at which our vocal cords vibrate is called the frequency of vibration, and this determines the pitch of our voice. Pitch. We have come across that word, pitch. In the case of stress, the pitch of our voice is determined by the frequency of vibration of our vocal cords. So, more rapidly, if more rapidly the vocal cords vibrate, the pitch will be high. Higher will be the pitch if the vocal cords are, they get vibration more rapidly. So, the more rapidly the vocal cords vibrate, the higher will be the pitch. Okay? ఎంత ఎక్కువగా vocal cords vibrate అవుతాయో ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి by vocal cords, pitch will depend on that. In normal conditions, in the case of women, the pitch is higher. That means their vocal cords vibrate more rapidly than in the case of men. Okay? What is this intonation? When we hear someone speak, we notice variations in the pitch of his or her voice. There will be variation in the pitch. Pitch may go down sometimes, pitch may raise. Sometimes the pitch rises and sometimes the pitch falls. And this variation of pitch in the voice is considered as the intonation of the language. This intonation sometimes we also find in our regional languages also. Change in pitch variation. Okay? Pitch sometimes raises, sometimes goes down. Where does it rise? Where does it go down? That we shall examine. The syllable on which a pitch change takes place is called a tonic syllable and is usually marked with these marks. When the pitch falls, we mark that particular syllable, tonic syllable, with a slant line. For the falling tone, it is like this. And when the tone is rising, it is rising, that is the way how we have to mark it. Similarly, fall, rise and rise, fall. These are the four different kinds of intonation normally we use in English. For instance, see this sentence, I want you to take the dog for a walk. I want you to take the dog for a walk. I want you. You is the tonic syllable. I want you to take dog. I want you. So, it is an ordinary sentence, and in such ordinary sentences, what happens? The pitch falls from higher level to lower level. I want you, from higher level to lower level. When the pitch falls like that, it is said to be the falling tone. And this falling tone is normally used in the case of ordinary statements, work questions, ordinary sentences, orders, ordinary sentences, work questions, orders, and so on. Work questions, statements, commands, greetings, exclamations. So, in all such cases, we use falling tone. For instance, the postman is looking for you. The postman is looking for you. The postman is an ordinary statement. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? That is the question. Where? It is an interrogative sentence beginning with a word. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? The other words, because where, that is the tonic syllable, other words, other stressed words are marked below and before the stressed syllables. See, look at the marking. The postman is looking for you. Where are you coming from? When did you come? When did you come? Come. What can I do for you? So, do. In this question, do is the tonic syllable, and there the falling tone is marked. When did you come? Come is the tonic syllable. There the falling tone is marked. Falling tone is marked with a slant line. Go straight and turn to the left. Go straight, it is an imperative sentence. Turn to the left, that is again another imperative sentence. Two clauses are joined together with a conjunction and. So, go straight and turn to the left. Go straight and turn to the left. So, in the case of imperative sentences, that is orders, falling tone is used. Good morning, children. It is a greeting. Good morning, children. Good morning. No. We should not say good morning. No. It is good morning. Good morning. People, some people we observe. Morning, sir. What about good? It is uttered, but it is weakened. When it is weakened, only morning, that is stressed word. Morning, good morning, children. So, when we go with a greeting or exclamations like that, we go with falling tone. Rising tone. In the case of no, yes or no questions, that means questions that begin with helping verbs, requests, cheerful greetings, tag questions, etc., we use rising tone. See, look, these examples. Can you meet me at 10? Can you meet me at 10? That's rising tone. The tonic syllable is meet. Can you meet me at 10? Is father at home? మీ నాన్నగారు ఇంట్లో ఉన్నారా? తెలుగులో కూడా అప్పుడప్పుడు ఇలాంటి ఇంటోనేషన్ మనం వింటూ ఉంటాం. Is father at home? Home is the word. It is the tonic syllable. Because it is a question, yes no question, which begins with a helping verb. The tone used is rising tone. The intonation here is rising tone. So, is father at home? Shut the door. If it is an order, shut the door. When it is a request, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. If you don't mind, shut the door. There is a request in that. So, in such case, rising tone is used. He didn't do it, did he? He didn't do it. This is ordinary statement. Tag question, did he? There again rising tone. Now, we are coming to the last two things. The fall rise. When there is a sense of doubt, we use fall rise tone. Suppose somebody asks you about somebody. Is Ramesh a nice man? Somebody asks you. Ramesh is known to you. With a fond hope that you will tell about Ramesh, somebody might ask you, is Ramesh a nice man? You have a doubt about niceties of Ramesh. Ramesh, ఏంటి నువ్వు రమేష్ గురించా? Ramesh, that is fall and rise. When you use that tone, fall and rise, a sense of doubt is expressed. Rise, fall. When we want to reinforce a certain meaning, we use rise, fall tone. Do you agree with him? Shall we go on picnic next Sunday, coming Sunday? Oh, yes. That means you are agreeing to it. Oh, yes. So, for a particular meaning, in respect of a particular thing, you are expressing your agreement, reinforcing, then raise and fall. Oh, yes, like that. So, rise and fall, fall and rise, rising tone, falling tone. These are the four different kinds of intonation which we use in English. So, in today's session, we have discussed matters relating to word stress, sentence stress and rhythm, and lastly, intonation. Wish you all the best.
థ్యాంక్ యూ రామభద్రాచార్యులు గారు. ఇంగ్లీష్ నుంచి వర్డ్ స్ట్రెస్, సెంటెన్స్ స్ట్రెస్ గురించి కంప్లీట్గా వ్యూవర్స్ కోసం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసినందుకు థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
Welcome, please.
ఇది టీసాట్ స్పెషల్ లైవ్ షో. కీప్ వాచింగ్ టీసాట్.